And now, live from the Findlay Quality Network, the Bob and Ray Lucky Phone Call.
Welcome to this Bob and Ray Lucky Phone Call. Actually, it's the first Lucky Phone Call of spring, which makes it kind of special. We're going to choose at random a telephone book from someplace in the United States. My lovely assistant Gilda will pick the book now, and then if you'll place the blindfold in place, Lorraine will pick the number at random, and then we'll make our lucky phone call. Pick any number on that page, if you will, Lorraine. And I'll hand it to you.
Lorraine picked Mr. Alonzo Becky, Box 10, Route 12, Bagshaw, Michigan. And the number is 313.
Right.
555.
Bagshaw, Michigan. Yes.
28.
28.
46.
46. Mr. Becky.
Alonzo, answer the phone. The phone's ringing.
What? Oh.
The phone's ringing. What time is it?
It's 11:30. Must be an emergency.
Maybe something happened to Aunt Betty.
Hello?
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 Hello, is this the Alonzo Becky residence, Route 12, Box
Yeah.
4, Bagshaw, Michigan?
Yeah, it is.
Mr. Becky, is this you?
Yeah, right. This is Mr. Becky.
This is the Bob and Ray Lucky Phone Call, live from New York City, sir.
What?
Who is it? Who
I
is
know,
it?
just a second. Hold on. Who is this speaking?
Well, this is Bob and Ray calling you from New York. Your number was chosen at random, and you're tonight's lucky phone call.
Fern, do you know a Bob and Ray in New York?
No.
What, is this some kind of contest?
Well, in a way, your number was chosen at random, and of course the odds against our picking your number are pretty great, sir.
Oh, I imagine. I
Well,
won
it
some
must
kind of a
be,
lucky phone
millions,
call.
Millions
Yeah.
and millions to one, actually,
Yeah.
that you are tonight's recipient. Mr. Becky,
Yes?
let me ask you this. Were you watching the show?
No, me and my wife were sound asleep here. I own a Datsun dealership. I have to be up at 7 in the morning.
Well, that certainly sounds exciting. Tell me a little bit. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Do you
Sure.
have some little Beckys running around the house?
We have 3. We have Kelly, Aaron, and Salvatore.
Wonderful. Well, I'm sure that they'll all be as excited to hear about
Oh,
this.
I'm sure they will. Say, what do we
as you-
win?
Let me ask you how you feel about being the recipient of this first lucky phone call of spring.
Oh, great. Terrific.
You feel
Look,
excited? What's
now
that?
that I'm wide awake, what did I win?
Mr. Becky, we're going to send you a Bob and Ray scroll.
A Bob and Ray scroll?
Yes, it says that you're the recipient of this lucky phone call.
What's a Bob and Ray scroll?
You mean you woke me up to tell me you're sending me a scroll saying I'm a lucky phone call?
That's right, sir.
What's lucky about
And
that?
congratulations again. Thank you for talking
What
to
do we
us.
win?
Lorraine, will you see that the scroll is in the mail? The first thing
You
Monday
bet,
morning.
Bob.
That's our lucky phone call and our lucky recipient, too. Stay around. We'll be right back. Thank you.
The Findlay Quality Network presents Bob and Ray and Jane, Lorraine, and Gilda with musical guest Willie Nelson. Ladies and gentlemen, Jane, Lorraine, and Gilda.
Good evening and welcome to Bob and Ray, Jane, Lorraine, and Gilda. I'm Jane.
I'm Lorraine.
And I'm Bob and Ray. Thank you, Gilda. You know, when we were asked to do this show, I was thrilled because as a child growing up in Boston, I used to listen to Bob and Ray on the radio.
And I was thrilled because when I was a child in Los Angeles, I had friends who were from Boston who used to listen to Bob and Ray.
And I was thrilled because I grew up in Detroit. But that's all part of the amazing Bob and Ray story. Bob Finley Elliott was raised by wild groundhogs in the Maine wilderness until he was adopted by his surrogate parents, George and Constance Elliott, who ran a roadside stand near Bath, Maine. Ray Finley Goulding has no memory of where or when he was born, though he believes he's from either Europe or Ohio. His first recollection was being hired on as a child apprentice by inventor Guglielmo Marconi. Marconi was working on something called the radio. And in 1901, Ray's voice was carried on the world's first transatlantic radio signal. On the other end, a young man from Bath, Maine. That's right, Bob Elliott. And that's the fascinating story of Bob and Ray's early years.
But those early years really pale in comparison to the middle years.
Really?
Oh, my, yes. You know, in 1928, Bob and Ray started writing their first comedy routine. And in 1938, they started on their second comedy routine, only to be interrupted by the start of World War II. Bob served his country at home by playing baseball. Most major leaguers had joined the armed forces, leaving critical weaknesses on every team. Bob joined the Boston Red Sox, where he played left field and called the play-by-play.
It's a high fly to left center field. I'm going back. I'm at the warning track. I think I'm hurt. Don't move me.
Because of Ray's physical attributes, he served his country by impersonating FDR. For 3 years, he sat on the White House lawn, tying up Nazi intelligence operatives who stood vigil watching him.
I was really glad when the war ended so I could get up and stretch.
Those middle years sure were exciting, Lorraine, but nothing compared to their most recent years.
Really?
Oh, my, yes.
After the war, Bob and Ray heard about a new medium called television. And this kinescope of Bob and Ray with Audrey Meadows is one of the first TV broadcasts ever seen.
David, it's only for 2 weeks. Be like a vacation.
Dave, here's the two-way radio set you wanted. So you can do your daily broadcasts over that. What station was it?
The local station here, WMFM and WFMM-FM.
Let's try it out and see if it works. I've got the microphone.
The immediate impact of this broadcast was wide-scale panic.
I'll turn it on.
But America grew up and soon could watch almost any television program without panicking except Dinah Shore. And then came the 60s, the space age, revolution, rock and roll, and, of course, Woodstock. And sure enough, Bob and Ray were there.
We had no idea how big it was until we got there. We thought it was just going to be another Monterey pop.
After Woodstock, Bob and Ray dropped out of the public eye. Their energies went into marketing of a bold idea. In an idle moment, Bob drew this portrait of Ray. Apparently, it was just what everybody wanted to see. The rest is marketing history. Bob and Ray put their billions into video equipment and built this studio, home of the Finley Quality Network.
And tonight, the Finley Quality Network presents the nationwide broadcast, Bob and Ray and Jane, Lorraine, and Gilda.
Ladies and gentlemen, the president and vice president in charge of programming of the Finley Quality Network and the hosts of this show, Bob and Ray.
What can I say? You know, in all our years in show business, tonight is by far the most exciting.
Really?
Oh, my,
yeah.
yes. This broadcast is being sent not only all over this country, but it's being sent to countries all around the world and to our armed forces overseas. Actually, I'm told some 450 million people are tuned in right now.
That's right.
And that's 6 times as many as watched Roots.
Wow.
That's right, Bob. And, you know, we feel that if we can make just 300 million of those people a little happier, then we've accomplished what we set out to do.
That's right. So we would like to show you just what the Finley Quality Network is all about. Ladies, would you roll out the cart, please, for us?
Now, one of the viewers tonight, at the end of the program, will probably win $1 billion. That's right. $1 billion in $10,000 bills will go to the winner of the Finley contest for the new capital of Pennsylvania.
Your sure this is $1 billion?
Well, it was this morning.
Maybe we better count it.
Right. We'll be right back. Some of Bob and Ray's guests received the free shoelace cleaning at Friedolf & Sons Shoelace Wash. Your shoelaces will be disinfected in Friedolf & Sons' own secret shoelace cleaning formula. Secret patented step 1. Secret patented step 2. And secret patented step 3. Friedolf & Sons has never lost a pair of shoelaces in over 47 years of operation. And then while you wait, your shoelaces are towel dried and steam pressed by Friedolf & Sons' specially trained staff. Professional shoelace manufacturers agree that the lifetime of your shoelaces will be increased 4 to 5 times. That's nothing compared to the way your shoes will feel with clean, tight shoelaces, just like the day you walked out of the shoe store. Friedolf & Sons. Shoelace washing is the only thing we do.
One of the most unusual people our Finley Quality Network staff has come up with, probably in the last 5-10 years, is with us tonight. He's a gentleman from Lansing, Michigan, I believe, and his name is Mr. Prentice L. Wilson. Mr. Wilson, will you say hello?
How do you do, everybody?
I might explain that Mr. Wilson here is the shortest man our staff has ever uncovered, standing 11 inches tall. Is that right, sir?
That's right.
Is that in stocking feet or those little shoes you're wearing?
Well, it makes very little difference. The soles of these shoes are so thin I can stand on a dime and tell you whether it's heads or tails.
Well, they certainly are cute little shoes.
Well, look, let me hasten to caution you that I'm not what you might call an oddity, in that I don't like to make a show of myself. You know?
Well, I understand that.
Now, what, you see, referring to my cute little shoes will only hold me up to ridicule, say. So let's set a few ground rules. If you treat me as a gentleman, I'll treat you as a gentleman.
All right. I understand, sir, that you're engaged in a business of your own. You're very well-to-do.
That's right.
You have a special automobile to travel from one place to another, and you lead what is a completely normal life.
Well, as normal a life as an 11-inch man could lead in this day. I have runways set up in my home so that I can go from room to room and visit with the people who are making a social call.
I notice you're shifting from one foot to the other there.
Oh, I didn't know.
Why don't you sit down on the ashtray and just relax?
All right.
Tell me this, Mr.
Oh,
you all right?
Yeah, of course I'm all right. I can take care of myself. Just, we should clean these things. It's a filthy habit anyway.
All right. Getting back to your home, I understand that you have quite a palatial estate. Tell us about it, will you?
Well, I have a beautiful home, like you say. I'm quite proud of it. And I have a regulation-type pool for my friends. And I have a saucer, kind of a tile saucer. It's submerged in the ground for myself. I can wade around, swim, and so forth.
And I am told that you have your own golf course, too. Miniature, of course.
Oh, yes. Well, it has to be miniature because it would be impossible for me to strike a ball any distance at all.
What is your average drive?
24 inches. 27 inches I hit one time, but that was right on the nose.
That was a good one, huh?
Yeah.
Mr. Wilson, we want to thank you for taking time out to drop in this evening.
Look, you might point out that I don't usually go on the air to be interviewed like this, and I wonder if you'd tell your viewers that I don't want to hear from them either, you know?
Well, sure, I'll tell
them
that.
It only embarrasses me and the little woman, you know?
Right. Fine. Prentice L. Wilson, ladies and gentlemen. Gentleman 11 inches tall and our guest here at this time.
Hello, McBeebe residence. This is Clyde McBeebe. We're the McBeebe twins. Oh, that's all right.
That's all right.
Goodbye.
Bye.
That must be Patty.
Hi, Patty.
Hi, Clyde. Oh, sure.
Sit down over here.
Oh, something sure smells good. What's for dinner?
Well, for starters, we have canapes, and then we have
soup.
And for the main
for the main course,
two
two ducks.
The ducks are stuffed with wild rice. And the vegetable is peas. Fresh peas. And we have ice cream for dessert.
Vanilla, chocolate.
Oh, it sounds wonderful. Clyde, who's your date for tonight?
Well, that's funny, Patty. His name's Patty, too. You'll like her. She's very nice.
Oh, I'm sure she is.
Would you like something to drink?
Oh, sure. What do you have?
Well, we got iced tea, apple cider, and we have milk, and ginger ale, fresh squeezed orange juice. Oh, orange juice is very good. Gotta have it.
All right. Great. I'll have the orange juice.
Oh, okay. Oh,
that must be Patty.
Hey, Patty.
Patty?
Hi, Clyde. How are you?
Well, gee, let's meet everybody here. Patty O'Malley. This is Patty Lally. Patty.
Hi, Patty.
Come on. Would you like something to drink, Patty?
Sure. What do you have?
Well, we got iced tea.
Orange juice. Have the orange juice.
That sounds
Okay, we'll have two orange juices. Won't you sit down? Get to know each other?
Get to know each other.
That'll be good.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Patty. Listen, maybe now that Clyde has a date, I can get Claude by himself. Those two never go anywhere without each other. I mean, where did you meet Clyde?
Oh, I work at ShopRite, and they were having a 2-for-1 sale. They're twins, right?
Oh, that's right, but non-identical. You know, I'd do anything to get to talk to Claude by himself. Just for a minute, you know?
Well, maybe I can figure out some way to get Clyde in the other room so that you and Claude can have some time together.
Oh, that would be great.
Oh,
that would be great. Thanks, Patty.
Hey, Patty.
Fresh
squeezed orange juice.
Say, Clyde, how are those ducks doing?
Oh, boy, they're coming along
just great.
They're starting to brown up
now.
You know, it takes a long time to cook the duck.
Well, Clyde, I'd like to see them. Why don't you show me?
Well, sure. Come on, Patty.
Well, no, Claude, why don't you stay here with me? I'd rather wait and see the ducks at dinner, so it'll be kind of a surprise.
Oh, really? Well, Patty, do you still want to see the ducks, or do you want to be surprised, too?
I really want to see the ducks. Why don't we go out now?
Okay.
All right.
Say, Claude, do you think you could come over to my place Monday night?
Oh, gee, I'm sorry, Patty, but...
Bob and Ray have just completed work on a new blockbuster action-adventure film called Bullets Never Kiss. And although it's not coming out until this summer, we're fortunate to have a clip of the hair-raising chase sequence. You want to roll that for us?